Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And get a lot of information in here in a brief time. I appreciate David Hagel, the general manager at the Bass Pro Shops at the Pyramid, stopping in this morning to talk about a big event that's starting on the 5th down at the Pyramid, Flocktoberfest. I love saying that word. But anyway, that's appreciate David. And of course, we enjoyed talking to Terry Peterson, the owner of Hybrid Light, with the world's lightest flashlights, which kind of remind me of some lures some reels that Ron Wong talks about that are 4.5 ounces. You know, Ron's big on
with a fish on it.
With a fish on, no. So, hey, we got a double treat right now. I know Charlie Covington, Gene Smith in studio on this 5th Saturday. Shelby McCall pushing the buttons, and you know Ron Wong's everywhere. You know he's everywhere, and so we asked Ron to stop by and listen in as we talk to a young man that his bass fishing career is pretty amazing. What he's done in a short period of time, and we appreciate Justin Atkins visiting with us out of Florence, Alabama. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, buddy. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Thanks. And Ron Wong, you're on there, aren't you, Ron?
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And, yes, we're getting ready to be on the road again.
Oh, there it is. There's Ron's theme song. I kept waiting for it to come on here. Here it comes. Here comes Ron. Ron, look at him move. I didn't know Ron could move like that.
You and Mary Marvin could dance good together.
Look at that. Okay, Willie, you can shut up now. So get back to Justin and Ron. Hey, Justin, first of all, congratulations on your win early in September. I know winning that Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open down at Pell City, down in Alabama. Alabama's kind of your home base. And Ron, we've checked on this and everything. You had to nudge out our buddy Mark Rose. Now, I know that. Mark's still sulking over that. So, but tell our listeners a little bit about that tournament before we talk about some other things, because I know you're looking there at coming into the final day. You're not sure what's going to happen, and all of a sudden you put the surge on and you win the thing. So talk a little bit about that win.
You know, to go back even further, kind of really set the tone. I almost didn't even go to that tournament.
Really?
I fished the Central Opens this year because the first one was at Ross Barnett, and I've had a lot of success there. I grew up fishing down there, and I kind of set a tone at Ross Barnett that I rode all year that really wasn't what I was looking for. I caught them really good the first day and then struggled the second day. And so we got to the Arkansas River, and I struggled the first day because I got locked out. And then the second day, I caught one of the biggest bags of the tournament.
Yep.
And then we get to the Red River, and I had the same instance happen. Had some lockage issues, and then I catch a decent bag there for what's considered there. I think I had 3 for 7, but like 9 pounds a day won the tournament. So I was tickled to get 7.5 pounds, whatever it was. So I'd kind of just set this pace all year where I had one good day and one bad. And, Logan Martin is known to be a little bit tough in the fall.
Yes.
Or late summer. And I was like in the 40s in the points or, low 30s or high 30s. And I just didn't – I had to be in the top 10 to make the Open Championship or win.
Yeah.
And I knew I couldn't make it on points even if I did win. And I'd kind of talked myself out of going, and I got home from the Cup and laid around on the couch and got some deer hunting stuff together, and I thought, well, before I completely kick it out of gear, I'm gonna go fish one more tournament. I mean, if I don't go in a month, I'll wish I had something to fish.
Right.
So I'm gonna go fish one more tournament, and I called Bass, and I had missed the deadline to sign up because it was during the week of the Cup, and I just overlooked it. And so she was like, look, I understand that. If you can get a co-angler, we can get you in because our numbers are even right now. So I just told her to go ahead and sign my dad up. I knew he'd come with me.
Oh, you signed your dad up. Okay.
I just went ahead and signed him up, and we went from there. And so I I get there, I go practice first day, which was, on that Monday holiday, and there's a lot of boat traffic, so I just go idle around and look. And I've been there a couple times, fished some Alabama Bass Trail tournaments, and so I had some familiarity with the lake of kind of how it could possibly set up. And the other thing that I failed to mention was in August and September, fishing gets tough.
That's right.
And there's always fish off the bank. That fish starts showing back up on the bank. Shallow water guys start doing good, but there's always a good population still off the bank. And I feel like I can get out there and find them kind of as good as anybody. And that's a time when either way can win. And I feel like I'm really kind of dominant out off the bank. So I decided, heck with it. Let's go try it. And
wow.
I go idle around, and I find me 6 or 7 schools, and they're not very big. I mean, I'm catching 7 or 8 pounds out of them at best.
Yeah.
And that was first day of practice. Well, the next 2 days of practice, I just spent trying to find them shallow and find a better quality of fish. And every now and then I could catch a good one, but I just wasn't really. I never found anything that made me feel good about it. And I told my wife, I said, if I could get my money back, I'd go home.
Oh.
And
what about your dad? What do you think?
The only thing.
Yeah.
Well, he was about the same way.
Okay.
He's like, this is gonna be a little fish fest, and
Yep.
I could go home and me and you could go deer hunting. Or
That's
go
right.
Get ready for deer hunting.
Yeah.
We decided to stick it out. And one thing I run into a few years ago in the Alabama Bass Trail there is I found a little school of fish, and they weren't real big. But I got there the next morning, and the fish that were out there early seemed to be a little better quality. And so I thought, well, if I get lucky and run into something like that, then maybe I can go peck around shallow and end up catching a good one. So I started on one of my shallow schools, and sure enough, I was right. I caught about 10 pounds off of it instead of the 7 pounds I expected.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
I had caught one good fish up the river on a frog in practice. So I messed around fishing dots and fishing shallow, and I hadn't caught anything. And I said, well, heck, I'm just going to kind of start practice over and run up the river. And so I went up the river and was going in a pocket, and I noticed the current was running around a log.
Looking around,
it just never dawned on me about turning the water on, but I noticed the water was running around a log. So I went in there and fished around the pocket, and when I came out, my Lake Master chip on my hummingbird showed there was a rock pile out in the middle of the river out there. Well, I got a few places on Pickwick that really like to get on rock in high current situations. It makes a great current break, and I know how they set up and where to look for them. So I just went straight out there and I idled over it, and they're everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I caught one every cast for like 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness!
And it was like the last 45 minutes I had to fish that day, and I just throttled them.
Yeah.
And
throttled
I
them.
run in, go to weigh in. And that night I sat down and I started looking on my Lake Master chip, and I found about 10 more places that looked like they had some real potential to be good.
Amazing.
So the next day I did the same thing. I go to my shallow place. I catch me like 11 or 12 pounds, which was way better than what I thought I could do.
Yeah.
And then I head up the river when the water comes on and end up culling up several times. So by day 3,
you're ready.
I really had it dialed in, and I felt like with only having being down 2 pounds, there was a good shot I could win that tournament just because I was catching them better every day because I was getting it more dialed in. So it was I kind of suppressed the whole thought of maybe winning. When I was running in that last day, I told my co-angler, I had 1 2-pounder. I had 4 really good ones and 1 2-pounder. And I told him if I could catch one more, good one, that I probably another like 2.5, 2 3/4 pounder to cull. And at that point right then, I was like, all right, we got it done maybe. And
we got it done.
I kind of got a little excited, and I thought, no, don't do that because you'll get let down by 1 ounce.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was a sweet victory because I didn't know until the very end, if we had done it or not.
Amazing story. And Ron, you've listened to that, and you've covered, Ron, you've covered a lot of tournaments, and really. It seems to me like this is getting to be a real scary habit here, guys. I mean, you get there and you get that last day and you think, wow, I don't think people realize the pressure that's on that last day. And Ron, so you've heard Justin and his talk. What do you think about what he did?
Well, first of all, Justin is in my opinion, a very, very cool cucumber.
He is, yeah.
He doesn't let his emotions get to him.
Yeah.
And he goes out and he knows what he's doing. He does his homework.
Yes.
So
yeah.
important. You heard him talk about, I went and studied the map.
Yeah, yeah.
And I found some stuff. And the other thing is, he didn't do anything super special. Several ways that he caught them, he was using some of the same things that most everybody was using, except for you were using also a topwater, a cane walker too, weren't you?
No, not in this one. I caught him on a new Berkeley Power Swimmer.
Oh, you did?
Right.
Okay.
8-inch
That's it.
swim
Yeah.
bait, and I was catching them on a shaky head.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it.
Shallowfish. I would catch them in the morning on a Berkeley bottom hopper on a spot remover head,
Uh-huh.
and then when the on, I'd catch them on that swim bait. The shaky head would still catch those current fish, but it was hard to keep it out of the rocks and not get it home. And so you would really just want to get your cast down where I would throw that swim bait out there and let it wash. And I would pay attention every cast right where I threw it. And so when I got a bite, I knew right where to throw it back to because it wouldn't come straight back. A lot of the places you had to throw kind of across the current. And so you would have to pay real close attention, and I'd find me a tree on the bank. And when I figured it out, I could make that cast and catch one every cast for 15 or 20 casts.
Hey, folks,
it was good, but you have to be paying attention.
Let me say something here because, folks, you're listening to this and saying, this guy's been around for a while. He's 28 years old. Give me a break here. He's talking like he's 55.
But he learns quick.
I think he's a quick learner because I know this is an amazing story. Of course, you're coming off the 2017. You had a pretty good year in 2017, didn't he, Ron?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think when you're the FLW champion, that's pretty good, right? So the Cup champion. So
yeah.
So
oh yeah.
So
that was absolutely awesome, and you talk about your success, Justin.
Yeah.
Of course, a while ago Larry was making fun of me about light reels and everything, but some of the reels now that you use with Abu Garcia, they go down under 5 ounces on some of them, and their spinning reels are absolutely some of the best, aren't they?
Absolutely. The best thing I ever did was I've always thrown Abu Garcia reels.
Yeah.
But this year I picked up using their rods too, and it's unbelievable. They've stepped their game up so much in the last couple of years, and their products are just second to none. They've got anything from the novice or the person that fishes once a month and they don't want to spend a lot of money to the guy that's serious. Buys all the high dollar Japanese baits. We got the rods and reels that suit him too. So anything from either end and all the way in between, Abu's got it covered, and it's unbelievable. I feel so confident fishing now because I'm so happy with my equipment.
Well,
I have so much confidence in my equipment. That
does make a
really
difference.
Key.
Oh, it makes a big difference. I know we got to get you out of here, Justin. I've asked you this before. So, how many rods do you have?
40 or 50 probably.
40 or 50. Y'all hear that? The man is.
I try to keep it down to about 25 or 30 in the boat at any time. But
did you hear that, Ron?
Yeah. 40 or 50.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
That sounds about right for Ron Wong too, and everything. So
and you've done really well, Justin. And just one other thing, real quickly, before we have to let you go. One. Tell your wife, Tessa, happy belated birthday. I missed it and saw a post on Facebook the other day, and so I forgot to tell her that.
Well, you're in trouble.
And two, you made a big announcement here the other day.
Yeah.
Tell our listeners about the announcement and decision you made going forward in your fishing career.
FLW's been a great home for me. They gave me a start in my career and gave me a place to work, and I'm forever grateful and owe that to them. But for 2019, I'm going to be fishing Major League Fishing.
Yeah.
I feel like this new tour has a lot of push and has a lot of hype, and there's going to be a lot of guys that are, really big names in the sport are going to be over there.
I've seen some of those names.
I got the invite and opportunity, so I felt like it was something that I wanted to pursue, and we would go from there.
Okay, Justin. Thank you, Ron. I was going to throw that in at the end as a kicker because I saw those names and I saw your name on the list, buddy. That's pretty impressive, and I know you're like a kid in a candy shop. Just stay youthful, stay focused, and we'll be in touch. We got your number, okay?
Yes, sir. Sounds good. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Ron Wong. Go back to sleep.
Thank
We'll talk to you, buddy. All right,
Bye-bye.
go catch a fish. Bye-bye. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.